Toronto, how can we influence change in Ukraine? A message that we are watching. People around the world are watching, and we expect better. We expect better. We expect democracy. We want democracy in Ukraine, not political oppression or subversion of institutions like the courts. Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be with you here this evening. I'm Peggy Nash. I'm the Member of Parliament for Parkdale High Park. I'm the finance critic for the official opposition in our federal parliament. I'm very, very happy to join with you this evening. I recognize faces from those of you here tonight from many events in the Ukrainian community, but I remember faces from those of you that I joined as an election observer back in, 2003, 2004, when the fraudulent election of Yanukovych was overturned. And those of us who went there and we saw that democracy and fair elections took place in Ukraine. And that's a moment that all Canadians can be proud of.
And we thank you for that. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank you to the Ukrainian community. And I remember being in Maidan Square on a cold, cold winter night, and the mood of optimism, the mood of hope, the mood of joy, that democracy could break out in Ukraine. It was something to rejoice in. It was something that people around the world thought was a wonderful event to take place. And I know that since then, democracy has not been an easy or a straight path in Ukraine. It has been a difficult path. Am I right? Yes. It has been a difficult path. But I salute the Ukrainian people, not only in Ukraine, but the Ukrainian people around the world who still believe in democracy and share the hope of democracy, not only here in Canada, but around the world, and especially in Ukraine. And that's why you are here tonight. And I thank you for that. And so why are we here? Well, is it normal that a former Prime Minister would be disrespected in such a way, to be jailed and not to be given bail for something that took place in office? You know, call an inquiry, call a committee, call an investigation. And so, you know, we might ask ourselves, you are here tonight. I thank you for that. I thank you for inviting me here tonight. I greatly appreciate it. And so we ask ourselves, what can a group of people who believe in democracy here in Toronto, how can we influence change in Ukraine? That's a fair question. But I think our message tonight is to the Consul, first of all, a message that we are watching. People around the world are watching, and we expect better. The media of the world is watching. So we have seen political leaders around the world today who are saying, this is not acceptable. We expect better. We expect democracy. We want democracy in Ukraine, not political oppression or subversion of institutions like the courts. We expect better. So what can we do? We send a message to the Consul. We send a message to the public community, and we say, we are watching, and we will continue to demonstrate, and if necessary, in Ukraine, to ensure that democracy stays on the right path. Thank you to each one of you for being here this evening.